Uh, first of all, alright. Alright, which game? We're looking at Lijang.
Yeah.
Okay. Lijang Sombra?
Yes, sir.
Yup. From Kane.
Now arriving at Lijang Tower.
So I probably need to skip to like... This is about there?
Yeah, we don't do it until
Ready for battle.
last.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, this shouldn't be too much to go through. The heck?
You're looking at the wrong one. Yeah. What the heck? It's
Oh,
on
he's...
it's on the entirely wrong map.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Ready for battle.
There you
5, 4,
There we go.
3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
Okay. Go on the side so you don't get shot by anything. You don't really need to.
Beacon in place.
It's a good spot for that. They're not really going to turn around and see it. You can tell their Sombra's there now, but I would just ignore it, yeah. Pepper what you can. You can almost just like get something done, like hack that Mega, but I would almost just like go behind them and try and hack the Rhine. Just do what you can to disrupt their push.
I am securing the objective.
So it looks like we have the point because you got that first pick from the Pharah. Okay. Translocator's out. Good. Hack something. Diva. Diva would be good. Or Winston. Okay, you want to like have a cycle going usually. So what you want to do is I can keep my mouse here to kind of illustrate. So you want to have a cycle going a lot of the time and ask yourself every cycle what your objective is. This is in the video I did before. So you have your translocator there. It's a bit of a far away position now. You can almost like F it and put it somewhere, put it somewhere else that they're also not going to see it. That you can be, again, the policy with the translocator. High ground, near a health kit, near the fight. So when you go back, you can either get back in the fight, or you can grab a health kit and then get back in the fight. It's all about timing and making value out of your time. So what I don't like here is that you're coming out and you're shooting things. Generally land that hack first, just to disrupt their push, then start shooting things. It's not the worst to shoot things, but you're going to try and disrupt what you can. And then obviously when you hear your character gasp, you get out. You got the Lucio distracted there, it's good. Now you're back out for the health kit, nice. Hack it, good. Your team's doing work over there, so you're fine. Okay, throw it up high ground before you go into this. Okay. You might get shot if you're near your teammates, good. Okay. Hack the diva, hack the diva.
Looking for me.
This would have been a benefit, obviously, to just have your translocator out. Like I was saying when I was saying throw it up on that high ground as you're going. Come in, do your engages quicker, get more value, do more cycles. It's always about the cycle. The only time you want to not consider the cycle is if like getting hack will land you ult charge a bit. Well, I don't think that's actually true anymore. But trying to find something hack that your team can capitalize on, yeah. So I don't hate the shooting. The other thing to consider is your ult charge. So if you're coming on a cycle and you have full ult already, you're not really doing it for ult charge anymore. So that's when you're asking yourself the question, what can I get out of it? What ults does my team have? Okay, EMP barrage. So these are the kind of differences I would change. Run that cycle. Run that cycle, translocator high ground, near health kit, near the fight. That's what you want to think of. And you get picked there just because you didn't have your translocator somewhere you could get out. The character literally says it, leave yourself a back door. That's about all I have to say there. So now they're going to roll in off, optimally they're going to roll in off this because they have pick advantage. And they currently are. So what you're seeing from your perspective is that Rye is off. Okay. Might have got hacked. Okay, so your team's losing out. not too good.
Here I
You can
am.
try and stall for percentage. Good. Love it. You could almost like get that later. If you were just waiting in invis outside the point, you are drawing the team back so they don't get any extra ult charge from staggering the rest of your team, so it's not the worst. But you can ask yourself that question. That you got this little tick thing going around, so you can come out of invis when it's like here, and then you're gonna get that extra like 1 or 2% from the ring going around to there, and then try and do what you can with hiding on the point. If you can get that to 85%, the rule of thumb with King of the Hill is 85%, and you lose it, you only need to win one team fight. Or if you're fighting with 85%, you only need to win that team fight. And generally, Lucio notwithstanding, that's true, that you will win after 85%.
Feeling much better.
Okay, not a bad choice. Again, but like, you could have the idea. So if you have it up here, they're not going to necessarily see it, or like where you had it before, where Hanzo's definitely not going to see it. You can be near a health kit, near the fight. Good, scouted out. This is where you want to ask yourself who you're going for too. So you have a Widow, you have a Diva, you have a Hanzo, you have a Lucio, Winston, Ana. So you got to ask yourself what you can accomplish. And if you're ult tracking too, you could almost wait this out. Actually, what you want to be considering here is how to, considering you have EMP, how to counter his beat. Because the second he uses beat, if you EMP, you completely waste his ult. And you get the effect, because he's going to be beating mid-fight anyways. So you're going to get both the benefits of EMPing for your team to push with, again, not necessarily one of your ults, but you do have them to work with, and completely cancel out his ult. So generally just looking at like what you're doing here though, if this was a fight without EMP, who do you want to go for? If it was me, I would try and catch the Diva off guard where she's up out of position. That's a good hack people can engage on. Another thing you can consider if you're me and you're confident with yourself, take this one out. Don't hack her. Just come out of invis, have your cursor ready right on her head when you can tell she's scoped in. Just unload on her head, and she'll come out of invis inevitably, but she'll be like 50, 60 health, and at that point, just use your WASD spam and your shift spam, and keep trying to hit headshots. And if somebody doesn't peel for her fast enough, you can take Widow out pretty quick, but it is an acquired skill. So I'd say in this instance, obviously since you have ult, wait for the Lucio, but I think Diva is your best target in this case. To try and have your team dive on her. Okay, she uses her cooldowns.
Mucho mejor.
Not bad. Okay, your team's doing work.
Always leave yourself a back door.
I'd almost use your translocator to get to the fight now, just because you're far out of it and you're even now. They're blowing ults. They still haven't used beat. I think that's where invis scouting and throwing your ult in probably might have been better, but we'll see. It does do work, so hey.
Heroes never die.
You are detected from Hanzo's arrow. That does happen a lot now.
He vuelto.
We have the Doomfist, okay. Hack the Lucio. Yeah, nice. Let your team know he's hacked. He can no longer wall ride or use music. I'm sure you did. I don't know. If you didn't, do it. Detected. Just watch. Just watch. Get yourself away from that. Good. Okay, you're at 85%, so you win this fight, you win the game. You're getting detected a lot there. I would play a bit further back. Okay, so again, if you're ult tracking, you can tell she has that ult. You can kind of disrupt that. Try to predict when she's using it. I think it looked like she was telegraphing it there, so try to land that hack. Try to not be detected firsthand. Oh, does it? The game stop there? Did it?
Weird. Yeah, I think it did, but I thought we let it go all the way. I don't know.
That's super weird. Did you DC or something?
No.
Okay. Well, anyways, I think the things I said you can apply to your gameplay and it'll make a huge difference. Again, just two things that take the most out of it is high ground. Where can you throw your translocator? High ground, near a health kit, near the fight. Having that health kit optimally hacked. You can wait out the hack for when you come back to it a lot of times and save time, but I think you just need to work on your time management more and your opportunism. Is that a word? And yeah, just trying to figure out which targets are good priorities. Who can your team capitalize on is usually what you want to hack, and who's most screwed over by losing their abilities, which would be something like a Hammond that's just dived in on your team, a Diva that's just used her boosters to dive in on your team, or was up enough and about to use her boosters to get out. It's going to throw her off, right? A Lucio that's wall riding in the middle of the point, great hack. Didn't used to be, now he is. How do we control which end?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Oh, to get rid of the recording?
yeah.
Hold Z.
Okay.
Stop and save.